Good morning, afternoonish. Well, almost. Anyway, so let's get after these rust repairs for the door. We'll see what we can do with the hood. I want to get that chrome trim piece off to see what's lurking underneath there and where the hood pins were. So let's get into this today, this weekend. Stick around. So we got the passenger door rust spots fixed. So now we have the driver's side. Let me show you what we got. So we have here, there, and all that is good. I mean, you can see the sand scratches in the Bondo and stuff. And then we have that big hunk of burning love right there. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get this fixed now. This fixed now, because we fixed that one. We fixed that one. So, yeah, let's get after this. Alright guys, so we got the door spots taken care of on the bottoms of the door. So now we're going to start on the hood. I'm going to pull this upper piece off right there. So it's actually like a press fit. So you just have to tap it off real gingerly like. So let me get that off, and then we'll start looking at the rust up in there, where the hood pins were, and then the front. Alright guys, let me show you this. So this is where that chrome strip went. It's so built up, and there's multiple layers of paint, so I want to make sure that this is completely metal. That way when I pop that piece back on, it won't chip whatever's underneath, because you can see, let's see, like right in that area, there's a little bit of rust right there, or all the way through. But all this pitting right through there, that's actually all rusted. So then I started investigating where the grills go. Again, see, water just sits inside those little grill things. And you can see where, like right here, it's starting to flake off. And this is really bad, flaking off. Yeah, see? Boop, boop, boop. It's just because it's old. It's an old car. So I definitely, the hood is like the main, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Everyone looks at the hood, right? As soon as you walk up on it. So this really has to be not chipped or anything. I got to go through all these little areas and clean all those out. See, the rust just sits right in the corner. Well, the water sits in the corner of these things. See that? Same. And then that's shiny. So that just started blowing off. Yep. No biggie. This all has to get fixed. I'm not saying I'm going to strip the entire hood down, but what I am saying is I'm cleaning up all around all those areas for sure. Sorry, these allergies still. So here's where one of the hood pins were in. That's welded up actually. So that's just, I think that just bubbled out because of just over time. And then I hit all the areas here that was rusted up. That was starting to bubble. There. And that's got a pinhole. That's the front. So we got to fix that. And then that's the other hood pin that it used to have. So you can see all the bubbling? That tells me that it's starting to lift off the metal. See it all? So, just like the roof over there was doing the same thing. So we're just gonna have to get after it with some 180 and just grind it down, see what we got going on. There is quite a bit of filler in there, right? So there's like, so the hood has been stripped once at least, but it's got multiple coats, and then this black is over whatever black used to be here. But anyway, and then all the bubbling in here. So all this stuff I have to clean, all that stuff I gotta clean out, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today for sure. I ended up, first thing this morning, I ended up starting putting the track systems up for the curtain dealio. I'm waiting for an estimate on those curtains from a company up in Jacksonville, Florida. And we were going to go to the Strawberry Festival because we are in Florida, but then wifey realized it was an hour and a half away one way because it's up near Orlando, and she was like, no, I don't want to drive that far. She thought it was like 20 minutes away. Oh, let me show you something right there. We've got a resident little bunny that loves to just chill out in our backyard. That thing's almost tame. My wife is trying to get it to feed from her hands. Anyway, thought I'd show you that. So it ended up not being 20 minutes away, but an hour and a half away. So I had to kind of shift gears because I thought we were going to do that all day, and yeah, so that's what I decided to do. So I have to paint this thing all together. So I have to get the fenders all edged, I have to get the doors edged in, the door jambs edged in, then I have to put it together because down the side here there's going to be a stripe. So it's going from the quarter glass down the entire side to the top of the front of the fender and then go down. I'll put in a picture right here so you can see what it's going to look like. Well, what his idea of how he wants that stripe. So as you can see, I got to put it together so I can get the stripes right. He doesn't really care if I bury the stripes with clear, so I want to do it in one shot, meaning I want to paint it blue, then I want to type off the stripes, paint the white stripes, peel that off, the masking tape, and then just clear the whole thing. So I want to do that with that. The hood I can paint on or off because the stripes on the hood, it just has to line up with itself because it's the hood, right? So I have to really get going on all the door jamb stuff, and there's a couple other things. I'll get into it tomorrow. But right now we're going to have a little bit of out on the Barbie. We're going to actually go out there and grill a little. So until the morning. All right, guys, so it's 6 p.m. the next day, Sunday. I did get the doors all welded up, patched up, and then I came in this morning. I was like, oh, well, let me start hitting the hood a little bit, start fixing the holes in the front nose part of the hood. And then the owner called me, and he's like, hey, I'm going to drop by. I'm going to drop off a couple things for you, and then we're going to discuss the stripes on the hood, because him and his wife are going back and forth on how he wants the stripes. Sorry, allergy still. Oh, my face is all itchy. But anyway, so he showed up. We got talking back and forth, and well, I have about 4 pounds of gas left for the welder, so I couldn't do any of the welding stuff that I wanted. I'm gonna have to get gas this week for the welder over there. I have 2 tanks, so I'm actually going to just run them both in and get them both filled up, so I'll have a spare one here, because I used the spare last time, but I never took it back in to get filled up. Oh. So I got talking to him a little bit, and he was like, dude, let's get the wood, the 16-foot pieces, 2x8s by 16. I needed 15 of them. Actually, I needed 14, but I got an extra one. And he's like, let's go get the wood. So we jumped into his truck, went to his house, which is about 20 minutes away, 20 minutes away, went to Home Depot, got all the wood, came back, unloaded it, and me and my two sons spent the rest of the day today putting in the rafters. So there that all is. So I was only going to put in 3 main ones on each end, and then actually 2 in the center. And then I asked my boys, I was like, because you know, they got their things they do too, right? My one son was off from work today, and my youngest son, he's 18. I said, so how many guys do you feel like doing? And they're like, Dad, let's just do them all and get it done. I was like, sweet. After 3 of them, we had an assembly line. Like, my sons were loading up the wood, we were cutting it, putting it up. It was beautiful. And a little backstory is, my boys don't really they game, you know, they're gamers and stuff. They're more inside people, boys. And I'm fine with that. I don't force any of this stuff on them at all, you know. But man, it was great out here just getting it done. So let me show you a little bit about what we got going on up here. And yeah, this is awesome. So here we are. So as you can see here, so I still have to put in the purlings, but these, the overall length is 170 inches wide, so that makes it about 14 foot 2 inches, 14 inch 3 inches, somewhere around there. So I have all those pieces over there that I cut from the 16 footers, and I'm going to use them for purlings, right? So how I kind of guessed this out was from here to here is 4 feet, and then from there I'll go 8 foot over, and that'll be a 4x8 sheet of either 7/16 or 1/2 inch plywood up there. So I will put these at every 8 foot, and then I'll put another one every 4 foot, like that. So it'll be like over 4 foot, then 8 foot, then 4 foot, then 8 foot, right? So it'll give a landing point for the boards to go this way, as well as screwed in this way. It's already darkened up underneath here because of these rafters. But there it all is. So the plan is, these lights you see up there, I got them off Amazon. I will be putting the same ones, they're 8 foot long, underneath here. Yeah, you can get like a 10 pack of them for, I think it's like under 200 bucks. So, yep. So that's what I'm gonna do. And they're 8 foot long. This whole thing is 25 foot. So it'd be like 3 and 3 down that side, which will give me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights inside here. That'll leave me with 4 left over. So the 4 left over probably be like 1, 2, and then on the opposite side, 3, 4. So that'll be all the lighting I would need in this place. And then as you can see right there is the whole curtain track system. So the curtain will go like all the way to there. And then that's where all the plastic curtain will hold right over there when not in use. And then from there to here will be stairs up to gain access up above. So there it is. So we did talk a little bit about the car while it was here. So the other bar should be here this week, or the things to make this swing out, those little braces. And we've decided that for the rocker up to this line right here, all the way down the doors and on the fronts, then the fenders, will be a 3M rocker guard spray. And then probably back here to match. So it'll be even from that line down. For chips or whatever, he really likes that idea. So that's what we're gonna do. So I gotta pick up a couple of those pouches. Yeah, I think they're like 30 bucks a piece. I don't need more than two, one per side. So, yep. So this is probably one of the shortest videos ever. But I'm gonna put something out. I'm gonna put this out. That way that part's taken care of. Plus it gives something out on the channel. So this was like a little bit of rust repair on the doors. So all the rust is fixed on the doors. Showed you a little bit about what's going on the hood. And then of course, showed you a little bit of a shop update, right? So we still flow, we still get things taken care of, still get things done that we need to get taken care of and getting done. So that's gonna wrap it up this weekend. Hit share, like, subscribe, all that other things they tell you. It really helps out the channel actually. The more I'm getting into the whole analytics of the channel, it's very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah. Hit all those things. Definitely subscribe so you get more cool videos that I'm putting out. And hey, go out and build something cool, because look, you know, I mean, that's going to be the coolest. That whole loft, booth, paint area, it's going to be great. Once we get more into the whole painting part of what we're doing, I'll show you how I'm going to do all the filtration. I really got a cool idea about that. Yeah, so I'm kind of taking a lot of the cues from our paint booths at work, and I'm going to be implementing them in here, but on a much smaller scale, right? I don't have $20,000-$30,000+ to invest in a booth in here. That's more permanent, whereas this is not as permanent. Anyway, so thanks again for tuning in, and keep watching my videos I put out. I really appreciate you guys, and until the next one, catch you later. Bye.